I have no idea if this is a controversial take, but we need to stop replacing guns with lasers in kid shows. Hell, with Invincible, we need to just stop doing it in animation as a whole. This is a stupid trend that came out after the 90s, making it be like, oh, it will make less kids want to go towards guns. If you've seen American history, you know that shit didn't fucking happen. Also, I think showing them what a real gun can do within media is a very good first experience to guns. And also, when you're doing an action show, it just completely lowers or has no tension when you're using a laser instead of a gun. Lasers always just burn. Rarely do you have lasers that blow things up like in Gargoyles. But even then, you can't really take a laser seriously because it's a cartoonish fantasy. Well, back in the day, or at least lasers that are depicted in these shows. I know there are lasers that exist in the world, it's just not in the way that these shows have them. But every single time someone will get shot, it just leaves a burn. But we know that when we see a gun instead of a laser, they're not gonna get burned, they can get fucking killed. No, this shit is not gonna mess with your fucking kids. Like I said, it's better for them to be introduced with fiction like Batman the Animated Series. See, when you had guns pointed at him in a shootout scene, you actually felt the tension because he could definitely just die. However, when you go into 2004, The Batman, which was a very unpopular cartoon at the time, but it seems to have a cult following now, there was a scene where a laser gun is pointed by a detective at Batman. No tension whatsoever, because I know that if he gets shot, he's just going to get burned, he's going to drop a smoke bomb and fuck out of there. But if I saw a gun pointed at him, it wasn't going to make kid me go insane and start shooting up things. I'm going to be like, oh wow, there's tension in the show. There's something that can actually hurt him now. And then I cut at the wrong place. And then when she decides not to shoot Batman and let him go, I'm not like, phew, that is over. I'm like, well, you weren't going to hurt him anyways. In the 2012 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, people would argue, well, these are aliens. That's all they're going to have. It's alien technology. But you think alien technology would do more damage to someone than a real-world gun would on our planet? You think their guns would be more advanced and more dangerous than our guns? And yet, when they shot Raphael bad, he still just had a couple broken bones and burns. Not really the similar thing that can be done with a gun. A gun can do much worse. And very rarely would a situation like that happen with a laser, but it's very easy for that situation to happen with a gun. Honestly, do you think the Gargoyles episode where it was about gun safety would have worked as well if they replaced that gun with a fucking laser? And for the last thing, I think I should say that I am for gun control. I don't think we need AR-15s, AK-47s. I think the most people need is just some pistols and some shotguns. But this is media we're talking about.